Come join our colorful team at TERRA, where color lives.
Good morning, I'm Leslie Stewart and you're watching TERRA at Home, and today we decided to visit my favorite little baby store here, Snuggle Bugz in Burlington, and we're here with Tanya Burmaster, and you're celebrating 5 years now with your business.
Yeah, that's kind
you
of,
and your husband.
It's kind of crazy fast, I can't believe it's already 5 years, but yeah.
It's because you had a bunch of kids in there too.
There's a lot of kids in there.
I don't know how you do it, but you're helping other parents try to kind of get through the beginning stages of childhood and having a family and all that. And it's difficult. So your store obviously covers a whole gamut in terms of baby things, right?
Yes.
From cribs to
pretty
strollers.
much everything baby, first 2 years, pretty much cover everything in there,
Which is, it's so fun. And now that I have a 3-year-old, I walk in, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to buy now. Because before I could always find many things, right?
Yeah.
So for those first 2 years are hardcore. You need a lot of products,
There's a lot
including
there.
baby carriers.
Yes.
And this is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to focus mostly on baby carriers because I think at one point everybody wants to get out. They got to get out of the house. They got to have some form of carrying their baby other than a stroller. But you don't know what to do, and there are a lot of options on the market now.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. We like to maintain our old lifestyle, and to do that, we need a stroller or a carrier. And we have a lot of people, or myself, I used to always go to a store, maybe not even take my stroller in, just throw on a carrier, and so much easier. So it is.
You're seeing people use them a little more often.
There's
now.
a lot more people using them, and for many different reasons in their life too.
Yeah,
so
And for example, the other day I saw a woman in a store. She was grocery shopping, and she had one where she was able to kind of sling her around and set her up. And she was a little bit of an older child, and she was able to shop and interact with her, and it kept the child closer to the mom, so she felt better.
Well, and that's the great part about the carriers too, is that not only can you use them straight from infancy, but as a child's used it all along, you get those older children now that you're starting to see on the hip, on the back. So it's really, it's really kind of growing throughout our culture now too.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about a new mom coming on, or about to be mom, and I mean it's overwhelming, right? So obviously you're going to have different recommendations, as you say, for different lifestyles. So we have a few here that we
have a couple here, and just kind of depending on your lifestyle and what you're planning on doing. So you kind of want, that's the first thing we always ask someone. Sure. What are you planning on using it? Are you using it for an hour? Are you using it for all day? That type of thing, right? So it's kind of important. So what I have here is two that are kind of very different carriers, but they kind of they suit different lifestyles for different reasons. Okay. So this is the Bjorn one, and this one's really nice. It's kind of been out forever. They've mastered the whole carrier thing.
This is kind of the classic, traditional
what you've always had. And if it spins around, the thing that we like about this one is if you're using it all the time, it has incredible back support, and this is solid, and it's adjustable. So some companies put them out where it's like a solid piece, but then you don't adjust it to your back, so it's useless. Right. So this here adjusts to your back really nicely. Okay. And then carries baby. Weight is really well distributed across your back. So
and that makes a
wear
huge
this
difference
all day.
Yeah. So this is an all-day one because you do need to have that weight properly distributed. And people don't think, whether it's 10, 15, 20 pounds, they think it's nothing. After a period of time,
it makes a big difference. And if you're wearing it a lot, you're going to feel it pull you, and you're going to have pressure on your back after you take it off, which you want to be able to take your carrier off and not feel your back hurting
you don't want to go there. Okay, so moving from this one now on to,
and then this one.
I haven't seen this one before.
Well, this is the Ergo, and what's incredible about this is it's our most popular among women, because what it does is it actually puts all the pressure on your hips. So we have hips for a reason to be.
Our center of gravity.
Yeah, that's what we need.
That's right.
So it has this big band here. It wraps around your hips, puts all the pressure there. So I'd say 95% of the people that try this on don't even feel any weight on their back.
Wow.
It's purely on their hips.
Wow, and the padding here too on the
incredible padding
really
here,
thick.
does up nicely in the back. So it's just a really nice option. A lot of men like it too, but it starts off with our women that.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
So men do wear carriers.
Men. My husband wore all my carriers. Aww. He loves it when I say that. But yeah, he wore all of them. And so yeah, they work super well. We had someone in there earlier today actually. And that's what's nice about both of these is they're adjustable. Right. So it's not one size that you're going to get mixed up in, right?
We're all different sizes.
Exactly.
Right?
So these will adjust perfectly for your body and
all
your
over
style.
the place, which is great,
exactly.
right? They're adjusting
just this
everywhere.
way, here, everything.
Perfect. Now let's talk about, there's also the options of slings and things like that. So it's a different
There's a couple things there. One, I have a sling here. So this sling here is gorgeous, pretty. I'll just quickly put it on for you because what's nice about it is that when it goes on, you can wear baby on your hip or you can wear baby this way. But slings are bought in sizes. So that's the difference where we're here kind of, and this here, your sling is bought in a size. So you're going to fit it to yourself and then baby fits in there really nicely. So a little baby
just kind of goes right in there.
Yeah,
and then which is nice though, especially when they're newborns and they're smaller and they just like that closeness, that feeling.
They love that. And you know the nice thing about this is it's portable. Like these here are great, but I kept this in my diaper bag. So I have one like this, but I also have one like this. Leave it in there. I get to a store and I don't want to get the stroller everything out because we're running in for 2 seconds. Just put this on and go in.
I like that. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one was really handy.
And that's the thing. And those are actually a little more affordable for some people.
Exactly.
Right?
Just buy this one, and really it suits to your style.
Sure.
You kind of pick some really cute ones. So
okay. And now I like this other one that we're going to talk to you about as well.
So Ashley has one on, and in all honesty, this is my favorite. The first one that I direct people to all the time.
Okay.
Every single customer that comes in, when they try baby on with it and baby's crying, immediately baby stops 99% of the time.
Because he's like right up in there.
Right in there. Close. So that one's great from infancy, and you can actually wear it on your back too. So at that stage, baby can be like 3 years old on your back on it. Whoa. So it really grows with you.
Totally adaptable.
But with this one, what I really like is that a lot of women in the summer, they'll just wear that with their bra. So you can very easily do some skin-to-skin time. Yeah. You can breastfeed very easily with it. And it's almost like a shirt. Yeah, because
I'm looking at it and it covers so much of the body, right?
Exactly.
Can you turn around a little bit, Ash, and we can just kind of see how it looks as it wraps around. Oh, so it crosses.
It crosses really well, and that's the other great thing they did with it, is that it really distributes the weight. So although like your Bjorn has that big piece, this one's distributed the weight so nicely that you don't feel the pressure on your back again, which is really important.
Yes.
The other great thing about this is Ashley has the baby kind of in this front position, which a lot of babies love.
Yes.
But you can do baby in a sling position. You can tuck baby's legs in and do a Buddha position. And baby can face out in that one also. So you really do get a lot of options with that one too.
See, that's what I like too about that, and again, it's great because, when I came in and I talked to you about getting a sling originally, I know they didn't have this one, but I find sometimes you don't know exactly how to use it. Well, so you can help somebody, teach somebody.
And that's so important. That's one of my top presents I give people, but it's a long piece of material. When you open it, you're like, you don't know what to do. So I always say, don't try it until I come and help you, and then you'll get it.
That's right.
Everyone, once they put that one on, absolutely loves it.
I like that. Everyone so again, so lots of options here. Yeah. You even have the ones where kids can stand up.
Yeah, we have some great ones where it's like it's called the piggyback rider, and the child stands on it, and it's great for like going to the Sienna in the summer, that type of thing. Take your older kids, and they get a great ride. They get to see everything, which they never get to do when they're walking. So yeah, it's cool little things that way too.
All right, well, this is Snuggle Bugz here in Burlington, right on Fairview Street, between Guelph Line and Walkers. And your email or your website again?
Website is snugglebugz.ca.
Easy, and you guys have all online shopping as well. So if you're a mom stuck at home, you can shop at home.
Yes,
which happens as we know. So thank you so much for again, lots of good options here, and just a great store all in all. We'll be back with more again, TERRA at Home in just a bit.
Come and explore the new TERRA, where color lives.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
All right, welcome back to TERRA at Home, and of course, if you have a child, whether they're brand new or just just a young little one, you know you have to get out of the house. So we're talking about getting you as the mom out of the house as well as the child. We're here with Heather Westaway, and we're talking Salsa Babies, Salsa Tots, Salsa Kids, and dancing. And what a great way to get the mom out of the house, isn't it?
Great way to get mom out of the house, but also with their child.
Yes.
So many exercise programs these days, you know, baby boot camp, that kind of thing. Babies stay in the car seats, babies lie on the floor while mom is exercising.
That's right, yes,
It's a great way for mommy and baby to bond while mom is getting her activity.
Isn't it a nice idea? And it's also a social thing as well. As anyone knows, a new mom, you almost kind of feel a little isolated sometimes. You're at home and you spend a lot of time indoors. So it gets you out talking to other people.
Absolutely.
And realizing that you have some commonalities.
That's right. When you have that horrible night where you haven't slept and you feel like you're going crazy and you sort of want to just cloister yourself at home and you drag yourself out and you realize, you know what, there are other moms out there in the same boat, and you always feel better for getting out, getting some activity. You do. You know, the moms frequently go for coffee afterwards and continue they start a conversation during class.
Isn't that nice?
And friends for life.
Isn't that nice? So when you're growing, as your children are growing, you're growing together, right?
That's right, and it's nice to find, I mean, you can have all the friends in the world, but you need somebody who's at the same stage as you are, and so sometimes it's nice to just meet people who have babies the same age, children the same age. That's
right. Now you have Connor here, he's 2.5.
This is Connor, yeah.
But you also have a new little baby as well.
I do. I needed to have a new baby because Connor's getting too big to dance with now. It's a business expense, I tell my husband.
Yeah, sure. Well, there you go, right? But isn't it, it's great. And so we're watching right now behind us is a Salsa Babies class.
This is a Salsa Babies class.
So tell me how it works.
I started teaching this class when I was on my first mat leave with Connor. I'm a dancer.
Yeah.
And Connor absolutely loved it. So Salsa Babies is a salsa lesson for moms with the baby in the carrier.
Yeah.
Moms learn salsa, merengue, cha-cha. Latin dance is fantastic for babies in the carrier because it's low, it's into the ground, there's no bouncing. So there's the swaying and the music, but it's very safe to where the baby in the carrier.
That makes sense too, especially if you have a little one. You don't want a lot of moving around.
That's
right?
Yeah.
So no, I actually did Salsa Babies with my little guy, and which is why I was drawn to this, because it was a really great thing for me to do as well with him. And I noticed I kept him facing forward to me, but a lot of moms face them out. It goes either way.
Depends on the age. Yeah. If they're younger and they, their head control isn't fantastic yet, then moms like to wear them in. But as soon as they are old enough to sort of hold their own head, they shake rattles.
They have their little
maracas.
Thank you.
They
have their maracas.
That way they can see themselves in the mirror and they can see the other babies. And
and I like so at one point they do this. You have different types of elements, different types of the dance. You do like a warm up with them, but it's also good for the kids too, because they're even if they're at different developmental stages, from babies to moving into 6 months, a year, they're looking at each other. It's interactive for them too.
Yes, absolutely. And we do a lot of so-called partner work where the moms are working together, but the babies are face to face as well. And,
I like that.
Having contact.
Yeah. So now right behind us, you can hear them. They're kind of doing the shaking their thing. So again, the instructor is instructing along the way. You don't have to be a dancer to do this.
Absolutely not. No fitness experience required. No dance experience required. We come to you at whatever level you're starting. You're starting at.
Yeah.
And no expectations.
Right, which is nice, right? So at one point I know we'll see them they do like a circle thing where all the kids get to face in. You have some kind of fun interaction there as well. We'll see that
in a minute.
Yeah, which is really great, and it's good movement where a lot of them actually end up falling asleep, don't they?
The younger ones all end up asleep. Just the rocking
that motion,
and the movement. They all do. And as they get older, Connor, at one point I was teaching 4 or 5 classes a week with Connor, and he was at the point where he knew all of the choreography. He knew what song was coming next,
he was the star of the
would
show,
dance along with me.
Yeah, isn't that great? So we're talking about Salsa Babies, but you also have programs called Salsa Tots and Salsa Kids. So how does that work with the tot? Because I'm thinking I have a 3-year-old. How does that work?
Salsa Tots is an extension of Salsa Babies. Okay. So what it is it's songs like If You're Happy and You Know It, Clap Your Hands.
Okay.
But there's the Latin beat in the background.
Okay.
So the
songs they recognize.
It's songs that they recognize, and the class is tailored to the tots, but it also means that the moms can dance around in the background, continuing on those skills that they learned in Salsa Babies. And the tots run around and jump and skip and sing and play musical instruments. So also one of the only classes out there that, although TOTS is geared towards the toddler, that moms are really still active.
Yes.
And I find that most of the people who register for Salsa TOTS are moms on their second mat leave, because you can wear the baby in the carrier and dance with your toddler.
That is smart.
I know now I'm struggling to find activities that are appropriate for both toddler and infant.
I can imagine.
Where again, you don't have your infant sitting in the car seat while you're interacting with your toddler.
Oh, that is a great idea. I didn't even think about that element of things. So that's actually kind of a nice concept, right?
That's a great program.
So now moving into Salsa Kids. So what age group is that?
It depends on the child. It's sort of just a natural progression. Usually around 3 or 4, we move to the Salsa Kids program.
So similar concept.
Similar concept. Not parented this time, so you know, this is the first time that they're sort of on their own. It works beautifully if you just drop in at age 4 or 5 and want your child to participate, but also for the ones who have been through, you know, the babies and the tots. They're very comfortable. They know the rhythms.
I can imagine. Yeah. So that's actually really a kind of a nice transition. Now, with the classes, you're sort of kind of run the Halton area, and there's different places to register. We're at Stars Academy today, but there are other locations that we
run classes in Hamilton, Burlington, Oakville, and Milton. Currently. If you go to salsababies.com, which is the website for the main franchise, there are all the different locations throughout Canada and the United States you can access.
So it's a big entity,
it's a big franchise. It's really taken off.
Now, and when you're going to a class, how long is a class roughly?
About 45 minutes. You know, we have days where meltdowns start at 30 minutes, and we have days where we get a full 50 minutes in. And
I can imagine.
The real class really is tailored to the moms and their babies. If they have to feed, if they have to change, if the babies are fussy, you know, we really, it's a very
which is nice, because again, you're going into a place where you know everyone understands. When you have to nurse, or you have to, you have an explosion up their back. We hate to talk about that on TV, but as moms, we all know it happens too. Do you ever have you ever have dads come in?
You know what? We've done some like date night parties where moms and dads come in and they wear the babies in the carriers. I would love to have a dad come in to class, but I have to admit I haven't yet.
Oh well, you know what? We'll work on that one. That's what we're getting this out there, right? So again, your website is?
My website is heartandsoulwellness.ca. That's for the Halton region.
Right.
Or you can just access salsababies.com to find the locations, like I said, throughout Canada and the States.
Yeah, perfect. Well, thank you so much for having us with you here today. And Connor, thank you so much for being on our TV show today
too. You want to be in a movie? You want to be on TV?
We're getting into a nap time, so he's telling us. We say bye-bye. That's it from here at TERRA Home. We'll have more after this. Please stay with us.
Thank you.
Come and explore the new TERRA, where color lives.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
Welcome back to TERRA at Home. Now we're back at our home kitchen here, and we're back with Chef Rachel. And to kind of keep in with the kids' toddler theme this morning, we thought we would just have fun and well, make cookies.
Sure.
It works out perfectly. We're getting closer to March break, so sort of a kind of a fun recipe that kids can even help out with.
Yes,
right? It's
exactly.
easy.
Yep, they can get involved as well.
So what are we making?
We're making oatmeal cookies, and we're going to add in some fun things at the end. We're going to divide the batter up, and we've got some chocolate chips, some Smarties, butterscotch chips. So we'll make two different kinds. We'll do one with the Smarties, and then the other one we'll put all the chips in, and we'll do a triple chip cookie.
Love it. All the chips you can find. And that's the great part about these, is that you can kind of take the kids with you and let them pick. There's all kinds of great things you could throw in there. I don't know if gummy worms would be very good, or gummy bears, but
I'm not sure.
Maybe add those afterwards. Kids get a little crazy. All right, so let's talk about this. Again, this is a nice basic cookie recipe you can do anything with.
Yeah, exactly. And as well, we're adding in the oatmeal there. I think it gives it a nice flavor and texture, but you can leave that out as well and just do the
Well, it's a good way to sneak in some whole grains too for kids, right? I mean,
for sure.
You know, rather than just a basic cookie.
Okay, so we're going to start off with about 3/4 cup of butter, and you want to let this come to room temperature so it's nice and soft. To be easy to mix. So I'm going to get you to use the mixer there and mix this up. So start by beating that just for about 30 seconds or so.
Okay, and we'll make sure this is going here. Power. Whoa.
Great.
Slow down, Leslie.
So you can probably turn it up a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah. And just get that all nice and soft.
Okay.
Right, and then to that we're going to add in a cup of packed brown sugar.
Okay.
So I'll do that now. Can I add that in now?
Yeah, you go for it.
Okay.
Cup of brown sugar.
Yeah.
Somehow it seems healthier with brown sugar.
We're going to add white sugar in too next, so we can do that now.
Sure.
As well. Okay. You can probably turn it up a little bit more.
All right.
Now this process is called creaming. So you want to do it for a minute or two until it, it gets a nice light fluffy texture.
I'm going to just shake off some of this butter if I can.
Sure. We've got a spatula here.
Yeah, there
we
you
can
go. Do
use
that.
too.
Or I break things.
That's
you gotta
okay.
love when that happens.
It'll make it easier to take it out.
It's not time to lick those yet.
Not quite. So when you're baking like this, it's always good to have a spatula on hand because later when we add in the eggs, you want to make sure that it all gets incorporated in there. So the spatula is good. Now this is a little difficult.
And make sure we get that in there. Now, obviously, with this, we're shooting here, and it's still relatively cool. So we're looking at, obviously, if you leave the butter out in your kitchen, it's going to be softer and more, and it's going to do its thing.
I sometimes, if I know I'm going to be baking, I can pull it out the night before, and that's fine.
And I think one thing we talked, you gotta love this.
That's okay.
Trying to get that in there, fun. There you go. It in? Perfect.
It's not so easy when it's covered in butter, but anyways,
there we go.
Good. Yep. So if you put it, I find too, if you put it on a little bit of a higher speed, sometimes it kind of gets the butter out by itself just because it's going so fast. Okay, so that's looking good. Let's start adding the rest of the ingredients. A little bit of baking soda. Put that in, and put your baking powder. And some cinnamon.
Cinnamon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So a little extra flavor there.
Yeah.
You can also add ground cloves into this recipe as well.
Okay.
I personally don't like that. I think the cinnamon's just enough on its own. But if you like a little more of that flavor, you can add in the cloves.
I guess that would taste probably really good with raisins. If you're putting raisins in it, the cloves and the cinnamon all kind of go nicely.
All right, that's another great idea too.
That would be
raisin chips.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay, now we have 2 eggs. So while you're beating that, I'm going to crack these and put these in.
Okay. Try not to make it messy.
So we'll do 1 egg at a time, and you just want to make sure that it's incorporated well before you add the second one in.
Okay.
Great. Some vanilla.
Okay.
Now I'll start doing a little bit of the flour.
Okay.
Here we go. Do as much of the flour as you can with the mixer, but if you have to mix in by hand the rest, that's fine, because it is going to get quite thick.
And there's always that thing with baking where you don't want to overmix, right?
Right.
The batter gets kind of tough.
Yeah.
So we have to be careful with that.
Okay, so that's looking good. Great.
Good.
So if you just mix that for another 30 seconds or so.
Look, my triceps here.
It's a good workout. It's a good workout.
I can feel it. This is why you need to have an assistant in the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. You can do some of this by hand as well.
Okay.
That's probably good.
All right.
And then that's when you can get the children involved.
Okay.
Great. So we've got a nice looking batter so far. Okay, so that's our batter, and we can mix in the oats at this time.
There we go.
Try to get some of that out.
We'll try.
And then what we're going to do is just divide this batter in 2. So we'll put some in a bowl.
Okay.
And we can, maybe I'll get you to do the Smarties. You can mix the Smarties in 1/2.
Sounds good. I know that's my son's favorite. Smarties in a cookie because they're colorful.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
color's good when you're doing stuff like this for the children.
All right, we'll just pretend those are clean.
Great.
Here, I'll let you do it. You're the chef.
And then all we're going to do after our chips are mixed in is drop it onto a lined baking sheet, about teaspoon size. And the oven's preheated to 375 degrees.
Okay.
And they'll go in for about 8 to 10 minutes.
That's what's great is that they don't take long to bake.
No.
That's short because kids' time, they'll sit in front of the oven forever and they think it's been 45 minutes, right?
Right.
2 hours, one of the cookies done. So it's
Yep, that's the great thing about
That's
cookies
nice.
is that they don't take long at all.
all right, so
we'll give you
this is my
those.
batter. All right.
And I'll do the chips.
I guess it's really at your own discretion. You can, and I've seen
Yeah.
some people actually chop up the Smarties too, right? Where they can use them whole, or you can chop them up into little bits and
Yep.
things. And
Great. Maybe even pieces of chocolate bar too. Like what about a score bar or something in
oh,
there?
score would be good. That would be good.
Okay.
Good at anything.
Chips flying everywhere.
It's okay. We'll clean up later. Those are easy to eat. Okay, good. And so then we just drop them on and put a
Yep.
few more in. Why not, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
so-
lots in there.
The easiest way to put them on here is to have 2 spoons.
Okay.
Just grab a spoonful and drop it on like that.
Very good.
Great. So
All right,
then
well,
those
we'll
are going
continue to do this, and we're going to bake these up, and we'll be back in no time. We'll show you the final product, and I'll probably eat one by then as well. Back in just a few.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.
AM 900 CHML is giving you more news when you want it most. Non-stop news weekday mornings 5 till 9, weekday afternoons 3 to 6, with weather and traffic on the 9s. Hear about it first from AM 900 CHML, Hamilton's news talk leader.
Welcome back to Terra at Home, back with Chef Rachel, and we've baked our cookies. They look fabulous.
Thank you.
And very yummy. And again, it only took, you said, about 8 minutes to bake these.
8 to 10.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 to 10 minutes. Nice and brown and golden. Now these are the triple chip.
Yep.
And I liked your idea. You were telling me about this. The idea of baking it in a pizza pan. Tell me about that idea.
Right. So you get to the stage where you have the batter all made up. You mix in the oats if you'd like. That's kind of an optional. That's kind of an optional part. But before you put your chips in or your Smarties in, a round pizza pan and spread the dough out on the pan in
So
an
just the
even,
whole mass of it.
Yeah. This recipe you might have to split between 2 pans. But yeah, split it up on 2 pans, spread it out, sprinkle it with the chocolate chips, bake it for about the same amount of time, and then you can cut it into 8 slices and have a pizza cookie.
Isn't that neat? And so again, obviously you could probably do sections of it too, where you could do like even half, like you order a pizza, you do half of whatever ingredients. So you could make it really fun. That'd be kind of a fun idea,
Exactly.
right? Be good for a kid's party or something like that. So works out
just
perfectly.
want to let you know when these come out of the oven, if you feel them, they might be quite soft, but once they sit and cool for a minute or 2, then they'll harden up. So
Now they turn into a full crunchy cookie, or are they kind of a mix, like a sort of softy crunchy?
it's a little bit soft. Yeah,
Perfect.
but not completely chewy. So you have a little bit of both there. Yeah.
Very good, and these are very kind of a nice idea as we head off, of course, March break coming up in just a little bit, and it's a great idea to sit home and bake cookies with your kids and give them an option of adding whatever they want in there with, of course, some rules. Yes, some things don't bake very well. Thank you, Chef Rachel. Very good idea. And now all of us, the crew, we're all going to enjoy a giant plate of cookies, so thank you so much. All right, again, you can always watch, of course, Terra at Home every Saturday morning, and Chef Rachel's recipes are available on our website, terragreenhouses.com. That's it for today. All right, which one are you going to have?
I'll try your Smartie one.
Okay, and I'll try yours.
Okay,
Perfect.
thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Come and explore the new Terra, where color lives.